Hello, this is the end of day 7 and the end of week 1 for our Ultimate Reset Beachbody's detox program to get you healthy from the inside out. So, just a few recap notes of today. We had good food today. We had the fruit plate, yogurt, and toast again today for lunch, or for breakfast, and easy lunch, and then dinner we switched days around just for convenience sake, but today we had the roasted root medley and the zucchini cashew soup and toasted millet, which was really good. I've never had that before. I really like that.
Yeah, that was really good.
Good stuff. So today was good. I felt like I had a little bit more energy today. The aches were gone. We had a good walk this evening after dinner. That was really nice. So today was good. Looking forward to next week. But a quick recap of the entire week. We want to go over a couple quick things so that if you're going to do this, you'll kind of know a little bit ahead of time of what's going to happen. First of all, habits. Like my habit was after lunch I would always have a piece of chocolate. And you can't do that on the reset. You have to stick to the guide, stick to the nutrition guide. It's weaning you off sweets and things like that. And the first couple days was very hard for me. But after a couple days you get used to it. You don't have cravings. I don't have cravings anymore for that. I will, when we're done with this, probably go back to, one small square of dark chocolate, because dark chocolate's good for you, and that's something that I look forward to. And so I'm going to continue to do that, but right now through the detox, I'm okay not having it. It's not a problem. Also, gum, sugar-free gum, especially with the aspartame and all that in it, that was a real big habit for us, always to put that in our mouth. And I know in listening to Carl and Isabel talk about the reset, that the enzymes that get secreted in your mouth after that kind of almost tell your body that you're hungry, and the sugars in it tell you that you're hungry. So it's not a good thing to do. So weaning us off of gum has not been a bad thing. So that's been good.
As far as I'm a real heavy coffee drinker, and the difficulty in getting away from coffee has been my biggest challenge, because I'm one of those weird people that actually drinks it for the taste. I really enjoy it, and so that part has been really difficult. Best advice I can give people is start cutting back before you go into this cold turkey, because that's what I did after having 2 to 3 cups a day, and it did make it a little bit more difficult. Some of the things that we've noticed on this first week, and I had somebody who had viewed one of our videos had said to me that made a comment that I needed to lighten up. Well, in reality, what you're seeing is kind of more or less honesty, because the first week is hard, not only from the lack of coffee and the diet change and things like that, but there's a lot of aches and soreness that goes along with it. For a couple days I really felt like I had the flu.
And that's what you're supposed to feel like that. You're supposed to start feeling different things.
It's part of the process of getting you feeling better, and today I feel great, and I agree with Jen. My energy levels are definitely a lot higher than they've been. So basically, what you've seen is honesty in how we feel, and change is tough. And like I tell my patients in my own practice, if you're going to change your life, nothing comes easy, and there are going to be some rough days initially, but the rewards in the end will be good.
And like you said, we did feel the aches and pains. It was interesting, especially
It's
in
kind
the
of weird because I didn't expect
Yeah.
it actually. So.
in the lower back is where we felt that, like out here in your sides, a lot of people say that that's where they get achy, and we experienced that for sure. The other thing I want to talk about is being hungry. Your diet is gonna change, and your body's gonna make you think that you're hungry, when actuality it could be a couple different things. It could be you need more water, because a lot of times when you're dehydrated you get that feeling of hunger. Your body makes it, you feel like you're hungry when you're dehydrated, when you just really need water. So really drink your water. And the other thing is, because you're having different types of foods, no photo bombs back there. Is he back there?
He was.
No photo bombs. So, the other thing is, because you're weaning yourself off of animal proteins, you're not going to have that fullness like you do when you have an animal protein. It's going to be different. It's going to be a different feeling, and you got to get used to that. But the other thing is with that too, is when you're eating your foods and you think you're hungry, you don't want to just inhale your food. You need to really slow down and appreciate your meal and what you're having, and chew your food a lot, like 20 to 30 times a bite, and just relax. Use that time, that meal time, to just chill out and relax and enjoy your company, your food, and being able to have time to sit down and just, not have to work or do anything. Just really enjoy that time, breathe, and just feel good about what you're doing. I guess that's one of the most important things, lessons that you want to take away from this whole thing, is just it's a little bit of taking time for yourself, doing something that's going to be really good for yourself in the end. The other thing I want to talk about is looking ahead in your guide. That's so important as far as meal prep, and that's more for whoever's cooking, because some of these things can take a little, ahead of time. Some things need to be marinated, some things need to cook 20 to 30 minutes. Different things like that. So really look ahead, read your entire week ahead, and then the day before in the morning read through your guide for the next day, because you're going to need to make sure you have stuff out and ready and prepared and chopped. Like I chopped a whole bunch of stuff up for our microgreen salad, so we can just throw them together and have ready really quick. So that's something that's really, really important. Read ahead as much as possible. And the other thing is, I really want you to pay attention to your guide as far as like your ingredient list. It's toward the back of the book, your ingredient list. And there are, it explains each of the different categories of foods that you're going to be eating, like the sweeteners, the sea vegetables, the regular vegetables, grains, nuts and seeds and spices and things like that. And if you read that, a lot of recipes would call for some, like things like kale or steamed spinach. But if you don't like that stuff, if you look under your leafy greens, there's other things that you can substitute for that. Like we substituted arugula for the kale, and because we love arugula, and the kale, the couple times that we did it, we weren't so hot on it because I steamed it. But I think the next time we try it, we're going to try sauteing it and see if that does any better. Careful, you're putting your finger in the lens.
Oops. Didn't show.
So that's the one thing that I would really suggest, is really, really pay attention to your guide and read through it thoroughly. Especially in the beginning, it talks about sleeping and breathing and just taking the time to enjoy, yourself and the time that you're creating for yourself to do this. And you have to make time for this. It takes some work. It takes some discipline, taking your supplements. You have to set alarms. If you've got to watch your phone, set alarms for your supplements so you know when to take them. But that does take some take some prep work.
Yeah, I've got a 16-hour day tomorrow at work, and so I'm got to take everything with me tomorrow. So it's going to be interesting to see how that all works out.
But I've got it all prepped and ready to go. But I am going to take him dinner because we have steamed zucchini and green beans, I think, tomorrow. And for him at work, it's really hard to do that because they just have like a little tiny microwave, and then it smells up the whole office. And patients that come in sick don't want to be smelling that. So I'm just going to take him his dinner. Luckily, he works close enough where I'm able to do that. So that's what we're going to do for tomorrow. But all in all, the week was okay. I mean, it was tough to get through at first.
It's getting a lot more tolerable, and I guess that's really what it comes down to. So.
But I think we did good, as much as you tried to complain.
Complain all the time.
But that's okay. As long as he's committed, or he'll commit me afterwards.
One or the other.
or what did you say earlier? One of us will make it through, but it'll probably be you because you'll kill me.
I did not say that. You said that.
But anyway, I think it's going to get easier from now on. The food prep will be a little different, but the grocery bill wasn't nearly as high because we had a lot of things left over. So that was easy. But other than that, that's about it. It was, now that we're on the downward slide of, the week, it was much better these last couple days. And yesterday was good because I could prep everything and take it with us, and it was easy. So I guess that's it for week 1 and day 7. We had a good day today, and bat, squirrel, and we will see you tomorrow with day 8. I was going to say day 1 of week 2.
Oh,
so,
well.
All right.
That too.
That too? What?
That too.
That too. The plane.
That!
All right, so that's it. We'll see you tomorrow.